calamity that the Japanese have suffered, in particular the multiple disasters of earthquake, tsunami, and the nuclear, I think brings home the harsh realities about the unsustainable nature of our way of life. The world as a whole has been greatly inspired and impressed by the way in which the Japanese government, the Japanese victim, and the society as a whole has reacted to these disasters. The Bhutanese have no doubt that you will recover from this again to prosper in a higher level. By that I'm talking more at the human level. So GNH, I think, is a basic framework to look at more holistically the future of human society. That the human being ultimately has needs far beyond the sensory needs and the sensory pleasures. That there is something more deep, spiritual, emotional, and psychological. More and more Japanese are now looking, from my interactions, are looking at themselves as human beings and less as economic beings, which I think the rest of the world has still to wake up from. The Bhutanese are worried, as are many people, including those in some of the industrialized countries that have become heavily dependent on nuclear energy. It has made the people realize that perhaps nuclear energy is not really safe energy. And we know that in France, for instance, which I think depends most on nuclear energy, proportionally speaking, there the people are already questioning the future role of nuclear energy. Nature cannot be subjugated. Nature can be benevolent, and we must find ways in which we can benefit from the benevolence of nature, and try and see how we can best live in harmony with nature. And GNH is also about this. But when man goes beyond that and tries to dominate nature and takes it for granted, it will react in ways that will defeat us. Does it mean lowering of our quality of life? Does it mean withdrawal of the state from caregiving, health, and so on? That is not the solution. Bhutan, as a small country, even in terms of its intellectual bank, is so negligible. We feel that it is on this subject that the Japanese need to reflect. What we do know, as Buddhism and as Buddha taught, is that true wealth is to be achieved by those who know contentment. Accept and to control your desire in the end is what determines as to whether you are a prosperous nation, you are a prosperous people. In the end, it's not about what you really have to show, but it is really what you have in your heart. We are looking to Japan to tell us what constitutes and what should constitute prosperity, what should constitute human well-being. Like Japan has provided leadership in industry, in technology, and economic development, we think Japan has now reached its time and stage and has also faced the compulsions to reflect on this and come up with a new way that others will follow.